pressing in. He wants to win that belt. He wants to win it by a KO if he can. Same as Walcott. Well, Jimmy, 13 down, 2 to go.
Well, let's hope there's a knockdown or a knockout in this fight, because if it goes into a bookkeeping totaling of points, it's not going to please a lot of people either way. I think it would be more dramatic if the new champion were crowned by a knockout. From about round 10 on, they both began to miss by wide margins. That means they're getting tired and their reflexes are slowing. Walcott desperately holds Charles's arms by the elbows in the clinches, because Charles has been whacking away at his short ribs. No damage done. No, there was almost a knockdown. Charles was charging forward, and you could see his body vibrate when that right hand smacked him. Walcott doesn't counter as fast as he used to. He just seems to step aside from Charles's charges and let it go at that. That's no way to score points. All those motions mean very little, because Charles pays no attention to them. You can see the fat rippling up under the back of the neck of Walcott there. At that, it must be something for a man his age, the father of 6 children. I wonder if they're sitting around a television set somewhere watching Daddy fight for the heavyweight championship. Win or lose, it's quite an accomplishment. "19 years in the prize ring, father of 6. Had Joe Louis on the canvas 3 times. He's near the end of the trail, though, physically. He won't be near the end, though, if he connects with one of those looping rights. Charles will go out over third base in 2 bounces. The end of round 14. Well, Bob, let's let the crowd say something for a minute.
Well, they're saying the same thing they've been saying most of the evening. Boo! I don't know why they're booing. The boys are in there doing the best. Well, you know, it's really a sad thing when you think of this. Jersey Joe Walcott, this is the 3rd crack he's had. In other words, he's had 3 dreams. Well, this is his 3rd. He's had 2, and the bubble was burst. One of them was a point of contention, but it's still in the record books that Joe Louis won that first bout. No matter what anyone can say, it'll never come out of the books. You can argue about it from here till kingdom come. The second one, he was knocked out, and the 3rd, he was chosen to win there against Ezzard Charles. The only man that's within my memory, and I tried to look up a few records, that has had 3 chances for the heavyweight title. And he has 3 more minutes to visualize whether he had this dream or whether, as far as professional boxing is concerned, he hangs up his gloves. He probably will if he is not successful in this, although we have no way of telling for sure. Last round, 15th and final. They're really going to pour it on this round, and I'll bet. Jersey Joe on the right, Ezzard Charles on the left. Jersey Joe's been saving it. This is the time. Charles has paced himself beautifully all the distance. But superb condition. tell that Walcott is very serious. No clowning tonight, with the exception of one or two little flurries. That was more to get him out of trouble. Charles is pressing in. He wants to win that belt. He wants to win it by a KO if he can. Same as Walcott. Knockdowns in this bout, and there's one slight cut. That happens to be on Walcott's left eye. Charles was wrestled through the canvas earlier. No knockdown. This round is half over. A lot could happen in a minute and 30 seconds. First heavyweight bout that we have covered in quite a few years that there isn't a certain amount of electricity in the air. One minute to go. Now the crowd that were booing Walcott are beginning to cheer him on. He's really giving all he has now. 45 seconds to go. Charles beginning to belt Walcott around a little bit. In 30 seconds, we'll be all set to announce the new champion. Or they'll be all set to figure out who is the new champion. New heavyweight champion of the world, excluding England and New York. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. And there's the bell, ending the bout. Mingled cheers and boos reach the final efforts of the two battlers. Ezzard Charles, right there. His opponent, Jersey Joe Walcott. Charles outweighed, but he had youth in his favor. And as he kept pointing out, a man can stay on his toes through 15 rounds against a man that's 14 pounds heavier. He must be in superb condition, because he was hit. And he was hurt, but not terribly bad. And as a matter of fact, Walcott was hit plenty, and I doubt if he was hurt. But we can't tell much until we actually talk to them. That is just more of an observation from where we sit, having seen both of them throw and take. So we'll have the announcement of the round. The photographer is beginning to climb all through the ring, and we hope to have the new heavyweight champion on television for you. My good friend Don Dunphy down at ringside will try to crawl through. Oh, Don is through. There he is down there. We'll give him the signal just a little while so he can color the new heavyweight champion of the world. Waiting now for the judges to make their tally card. 15 rounds from Comiskey Park in Chicago, Illinois. Now they're putting all the lights on now in the park, and here comes the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, he scored Judge Frank McAdams, Ezzard Charles, 78. Jersey Joe Walcott, 72.
The point system in Illinois.
Judge Harold Moravitz, Ezzard Charles, 78. Joe Walcott, 72. And the referee, Davy Miller, the same score, unanimous, and the new heavyweight champion of the world, Ezzard Charles.
There's the new heavyweight champion of the world. Ezzard Charles of Cincinnati, Ohio. Fine lad, and he declares that if he did win tonight, which he did, he would do everything in his power to make himself really a great champion and a credit to the boxing game. One of Ezzard Charles' handlers was overcome by the excitement over the right as the announcement was given. Finding our attention watching the new champion and watching the effect of the handler whom they're working on over in the corner. But the handler's up again. He just peeled right over. Well, I see Don Dunphy is in the ring. He's trying to get in there to interview the new champion, Ezzard Charles. So let's switch to the ring and hear what he has to say.
Break confusion, but I think by now Don Dunphy has got enough order up there that he can probably get Ezzard Charles on the mic.
All right, Bill, I'm going to try to get the new world heavyweight champion to the world, to the ring. They seem there's utter confusion here. Let's have an interview here, boys, please. We'd like to get an interview with Ezzard Charles, the new heavyweight champion of the world. And Ezzard, would you mind looking over at our television cameras right over there? Here's the heavyweight champion of the world, Ezzard Charles. Ezzard, how do you feel? I feel nice, Frank. I feel all right. Did Joe Walcott hurt you at any time in the fight? Well, no, I mean, he threw a couple of nice left hooks. It was real nice. Did you fight? He's a real nice fighter. He certainly is. Did you fight the way you planned it, Ezzard? Well, I really didn't plan to fight up for it just the way I figured he would fight tonight. I would like to give thanks to all of my sparring partners and the fellows that helped me along in winning this fight here tonight.
Well, Ezzard, how about defending the title now?
Well, anytime with anybody, quite all right.
Is this the biggest thrill of your life?
Well, yeah, I really haven't experienced any thrill from it yet. It's just another fight. I'm glad I won.
Well, thank you very much, Ezzard Charles, and good luck to you. And Jake Mintz, the manager of Charles, seems to be all right now. They're walking him out of the ring, and I think Jersey Joe Walcott has gone out of the ring. I don't see Jersey Joe anywhere, so I'm going to turn you back to Bill Corum.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the new heavyweight champion of the world, Ezzard Charles. Jersey Joe Walcott, very disappointed, left the ring quite some time ago during all of the excitement surrounding his youthful opponent in his third unsuccessful quest for the heavyweight championship of the world. Ezzard Charles had a terrific fight for 15 rounds in the ring, but he's going to have a tough one getting through the crowd. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that kind of winds things up here at Kinescope Park in Chicago. And from all of us, hail to the new heavyweight champion of the world, Ezzard Charles. This is Bob Stanton with Jimmy Powers saying, smooth sailing, smooth sailing. And good night from your host, the Gillette Safety Razor Company.